Welcome back in, everybody. This is Sports and Money. I am Ben Parker. 10 points tonight. News and notes from the Super Bowl, leading into the Super Bowl and coming out of it. Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs on their just fantastic win in overtime over the 49ers. So let's get to it. 10 quick news and notes. Number one, Mahomes is great. What else can you say? He's been to six straight AFC title games. He's been to 4 Super Bowls. He's won 3 of them, 3 in 5 years. He is fantastic. He is amazing. He didn't necessarily have his best game in the Super Bowl, but still he was the most influential factor there was out there. Mahomes is great. What else can you say about him? He has accomplished everything. He just needs to keep doing it, and he's going to have the gold standard. He will be the gold standard. Mahomes is fantastic. Number 2, so is Andy Reid. Wasn't too long ago, 6-7 years ago, that Andy Reid was the guy who was a genius but couldn't get over the hump. Well, that has changed with the addition of Patrick Mahomes. Lots of people criticized Reid when he was with the Eagles and Reid when he was with the Chiefs before Mahomes came along. Not so much for not being able to coach, but for not being able to win the big one. Enter Mahomes, exit Alex Smith. People criticized that decision as well at the time. We did video on it at the time, not knowing how good Mahomes would be, but knowing that the finances would make sense. And Mahomes has been great, and now Andy Reid is considered one of the best to ever do it. He was already good before. He's good now. Andy Reid is fantastic. His ability to continue to build and put things around Mahomes and help grow Mahomes and support Mahomes is fantastic. Number 3, so is the defense. This Chiefs defense is the best defense we have ever seen for Kansas City for several decades. You have to go back a ways, really, to the 90s and then again a few decades to some earlier Chiefs defenses. This defense is spectacular. Very different from how it was 5-6 years ago when Mahomes first came on board. You remember you had plenty of guys who could get the quarterback, but the defense was rated number 31 or 32 in a lot of categories across the board. They have turned this into just a fantastic defense. Number 4, this is a dynasty. I know there's some dispute, some debate. This is a dynasty. This is a modern dynasty in any sport. 3 titles in 5 years. They've been to 4 Super Bowls. This is absolutely a dynasty in every sense of the word. You can look at other teams and other sports. You can look at the way the Patriots did it. Dynasties now tend to be spread out instead of winning 9, 10, 11 in a row like the Celtics did once upon a time, or 6 in a row or 6 out of 8 like the Bulls did once upon a time. This is the way dynasties look now, and the Kansas City Chiefs are actually absolutely a dynasty. Number 5, enjoy this. It will end sometime. All good things come to an end. Every great team, every great franchise, every great player we've ever seen, it comes to an end, and sometimes the next group in, the next quarterback in, the next coach in just isn't as good. Listen, at some point, Andy Reid is going to retire. It may be years from now, but at some point he will. At some point, Travis Kelce will retire. At some point, all the great players here will go away. This will end at some point, so enjoy every minute of it. Enjoy it while it's happening, right here in the middle of it. Just savor it, enjoy it. You are the envy of every other franchise in the NFL, and quite honestly, most franchises in North America, so enjoy it. Number 6, this is going to last a long time because Patrick freaking Mahomes isn't going anywhere. Now, if they get a new coach in a few seasons, whenever Andy Reid, and listen, he could coach well into his 70s. We just watched Bill Belichick and Pete Carroll do it, so Andy Reid can do this for as long as he wants to. Whenever they get a new coach in at some point in a few seasons, then they may have a little bit of a speed bump figuring out a new set of things to support Mahomes. But Patrick Mahomes is absolutely the best to do it right now. There is nobody that can really quite touch him in the regular season and in the playoffs and in Super Bowls and at the end of games. He is phenomenal. So this is going to last a very long time, as long as Mahomes wants to play. So maybe for another 10, 12 years. I mean, there's nothing saying that he can't do this for a very long time, barring an injury. And again, you never know. You never know when the momentum's going to stop or when something's going to come, bring it to a stop, to a screeching halt. But as long as Mahomes is healthy, this is going to last for a very long time, at least for you competing. Maybe not necessarily winning the Super Bowl every year. We know they won't. But for competing for Super Bowls, they're going to be doing this for a very long time. Number 7, Chris Jones is fantastic. I mean, this guy is just absolutely fantastic. The amount of pressure he bears on the quarterback. He didn't get a sack, but his ability to just get pressure on the quarterback and create a disruption, shorten that clock with which Purdy and other quarterbacks have to throw, his ability to do that, his ability to move around, his ability to split double teams, his ability to have to create double teams, his ability for teams to have to game plan against him is phenomenal across the board. So having him here has been huge for the past several seasons. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. Number 8, Travis Kelce is great. He didn't do hardly anything in the first half, and then boom, you saw it in the second half. Catch. Same thing for him throughout the second half of the season, really. Travis Kelce, one of, if not the best to ever do it at his position, whatever position you want to call that, tight end hybrid, you name it. He is fantastic. His ability to just seamlessly move and skate through defenses is phenomenal. His ability to catch the ball, he is one of the best to ever do it. Number 9, speaking of Kelce, I say this tongue-in-cheek, but I thought he and Taylor would be the hottest couple at the SB. Turns out, may have been Usher and Alicia Keys. What a smoldering performance those two put on. A little bit unexpectedly there, the mix there at halftime, but hats off to one couple and to one on-stage couple, if you will. Number 10, speaking of Tony Romo, which we weren't, he's still got some work to do. Tony, I love your brother. I learned from you. I enjoy your energy, but not every sentence needs to end with the word Jim. I can tell you we're working on it during the SB, so hats off to you for trying to improve, but nobody talks like that. I mean, seriously. Give it a rest. You don't have to attach the name Jim to every sentence, or guess what, to any sentence if you want to. Let it drop. Let the name drop. You can just say what you got to say, and you don't have to draw Jim's attention to it. I promise Jim is listening. By the way, not every Super Bowl needs to end with you, Tony. I bless your heart. I know you've got a bunch of energy and things to say. This was a moment, though, when the Kansas City Chiefs scored, and when everybody knew that they had won the game. This was a moment to do one of two things. Either let silence reign and just enjoy the moment and let the TV soak it all in and let the cameras capture every player and every emotion, or hand it off to Jim Nantz, who is sitting next to you and is one of the all-time legends, one of the all-time best to ever do it, in more than one sport, by the way, on a number of different levels, in a number of different sports. Jim Nantz is the absolute best in the business at the moment at setting the stage, saying exactly what needs to be said, no more and no less, and you don't have to jump in necessarily and tell us what happened on that play. Bless your heart, Tony. I like your energy. Go back during the offseason, get a little bit better, come back stronger next year. All right, all of you, enjoy the parade. By the time most of you see this video, the parade will have come and gone. Enjoy the off season, and we'll see you next week. Have a great one. Bye.